Hello everyone, and welcome to this video tutorial where we will be discussing how to accept payments on your website via a merchant account, or in other words, how to accept payments via credit card. Now in this tutorial we'll be talking about how to accept payments via credit card by using a merchant account, which is something you can set up with a bank and will connect directly to the Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover network. So in other words, when someone comes to your site, tries to check out, they put in their credit card information. If you've configured a payment process or set up payment processing with a merchant account, then it will connect directly to that merchant account, find out if the customer's card has funds. If it does, our system will charge those funds via your merchant account that you set up here and allow the order to go through. If not, it'll decline and notify the customer that they need to make changes or adjustments to their credit card information. So what we're going to do is first, of course, start from the dashboard. So once you've got logged in, or if you've logged into your account, the easiest way to get there is to click on My Settings. Okay. Then from here you're going to click on Payment Options. Now down here there's some site payment options, and we're going to discuss those in another video, but it is important to learn about those, so make sure you watch that video if you haven't already. Okay. But in this video specifically we're going to talk about how to process payments through a gateway or a merchant account. Now the reason why this says gateway and merchant account is because a gateway is what allows the information captured on your checkout from your site to be communicated to the merchant account. Okay, it kind of acts as that go-between. Think of it as like an online credit card swiper. Now when you get your merchant account set up through whomever you do that with, a bank, or you can actually apply for one with us on the dashboard if you simply fill out this form here and submit it. We will help you get set up as well. But whenever you get set up, typically the merchant account provider will specify a gateway that you're going to use with your merchant account. So you'll select gateway here, gateway merchant account here, like we've done, and then you won't have any of these options. So you're going to want to make sure to select Create New Processor. Okay, and then based on the merchant account provider's recommendation, they're going to give you a list of gateways to use, okay, or not a list, but rather tell you what gateway that you're going to use. And so we have, with our system, integrated a bunch of gateways, and the most popular of these two are Network Merchants and Authorize.net. So in this tutorial we're going to talk about how to become integrated or set up with these two gateways. But these others in the list here are very similar, and if there's any slight differences, simply giving a call to your merchant account provider or to these gateway companies directly will be allow you to get any questions answered where there might be slight differences. Okay. So let's just start with network merchants. Excuse me, network merchants. So you're going to come in here. You're going to give it a name. Okay, so we'll go with Gateway Test. Network merchants, and then when you get your gateway account set up, they're going to give you a login for that gateway account, which will be separate from your web builder login here and potentially separate from your merchant account login. So you want to make sure to keep track of all these different logins. But with that login to your gateway account, you're going to get a gateway ID or username and also a gateway password, which is down here. And for network merchants, all you're going to do is you're going to enter in that gateway ID or username, whatever it is. I'm just putting in, fake data there as an example, and then also your gateway password here. Excuse me. And then that's it. The only other thing you need to do is select which credit cards you are going to accept in your checkout. Maybe you don't want to accept American Express, so you just leave that unchecked. And then decide whether you want to charge the card immediately during checkout or just authorize it only. If in doubt on which one of these to select, select the top one. Okay. Companies that are selecting this one do so for very specific purposes, and so if you're not sure, select this one, and that'll be good. Okay. Now when you've finished adding these things, you're just going to click Save, and it'll save that and automatically select this as your payment processor for your website. Now before I click Save, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch this over to Authorize.net just so we can cover that setup process as well. Okay, now it's very similar. You give it a name. Of course, you select it in the drop down, but where the difference is, instead of having a gateway ID you put in and a password, they ask for at Authorize.net an API login ID and a transaction key. Okay, and these are different than the login and password you would use to access your Authorize.net gateway account. And that's very important to remember. Once you log into your Authorize.net gateway, there is a separate section in there where you can get or obtain your API login ID and you can generate a transaction key. And if you're having trouble finding that, just give Authorize.net a call and ask them where to find it. They'll help you locate it. And then again, all you're going to do is type in that API login ID here, whatever it may be, and whatever that transaction key is. Usually it's letters, numbers, and upper lowercase, as well as something that's fairly random. The rest of this is the same. Click Save. I'll do that here. And it tells me my changes were saved, and it automatically selects my gateway test as the processor. And that's it. Whether you're using Network Merchants or Authorize.net or really any of these other options, that's all there is to it. And once you're done, you can just exit this page. You can go place a test transaction on your site if you'd like to make sure it works. And other than that, you're all set. Thanks for watching.